Have we started? Oh, hello. My name is Jesse Eisenberg. I'm 28 years old. I'm an actor who has starred in such films as Adventureland and Zombieland and The Social Network Land. That was a joke. Is that, should I stop and start over or keep going? This is my eHarmony profile. I hope you find it sufficient for your needs. For a compatible partner, possibly in the future. Look forward to maybe meeting you, so enjoy. Something that is completely frustrating to me is when people tell me that most of my characters that I perform as on the screen are very similar, if not the same, as my current personality, which I just find to be an unfair judgment upon me. So I was actually going to give you an example of how I'm very different from my characters that I play on screen and different from like who I am now. And I'm actually going to perform a character I've never played before, but I've studied. So this is me playing Clark Kent talking to Lois Lane. Lois, if you have a second, I would love to talk to you about the article that you wrote about Superman and the discrepancies in that article. If you have a moment, I'd love to clear up all those things, if you don't mind. Did you see that there? When I act, as Clark Kent, I was leading with my right shoulder, whereas myself, I tend to lean with my left. So as you can see, I don't actually play the same. I don't play myself when I act. It's a completely different character. So it's proof that proof is in the pudding, as my mother used to say. For hobbies, I like to read. I don't ever finish a book though. Usually what I do is I'll read half of a book and then I will stop there and then I will sit down and I will write out how I believe the rest of the story will go and how the book will end. You know, some of the first ones I ever did was like The Giving Tree, and the way that story ended was that the tree convinced the entire forest to uproot itself and destroy all of, you know, humanity for their selfishness, not ever thinking of anyone else but themselves. So, characteristics am I looking for in a girl? Wow, that's an interesting question. And I guess one thing that definitely stands out to me is she has to be a good cuddler. I'm a big fan of cuddles. I like to cuddle for 13 minutes at a time. Any other traits that I'm looking for in a woman? I mean, not really. I mean, to say that one kind of woman is better than the other is just, I think, a vain thing to do. I mean, I'm not going to say everyone's created equal, but I'm not going to say one person's better than the other. So. No, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm really interested in any type of woman, pretty much across the board. I don't past relationships. I don't see why that is a relevant question. I don't feel like I should have to reveal that kind of information. I'm seeking out a current relationship. I'm trying to connect with her, whoever she is. I don't feel like I need to, you know, unveil the past mistakes that I've made and situations I've been in. I find like you're prying and you're maybe trying to sell this to some sort of magazine or, you know, television show. I don't feel comfortable answering that question. I feel like you should stop and move on to the next question. Excuse me? You have part of my attention. You have the minimum amount. The rest of my attention is directed towards this camera, where I will meet a girl who can hold a conversation that nobody in this room, including and especially yourself, is creatively or intellectually capable of having. Does that answer your condescending question? Please call me.